interval of 0 to b with value fixed at d equal to or d is more than 0, then we have a different kind of sample from the uniform distribution. And this is the case of independence of the variable x, and this fact motivates the distribution's name. Now we can derive standard uniform distribution from the generalized uniform distribution, which is also known as the rectangular distribution having the density fx equal to 1 upon b minus a. This distribution is also known as the rectangular distribution, and if you take different possible values for a and b, we can have standard uniform distribution. So taking a equal to 0, that is lower limit of a rectangular or the general uniform distribution is 0 and upper limit is 1, then resulting distribution, that is a special case of generalized uniform or the rectangular distribution, will give us the standard uniform distribution, and its density function is always equal to 1. So one interesting property of the standard uniform distribution is that if u1 has a standard uniform distribution, then 1 minus u also follows standard uniform distribution. And this property can be stated or can be understood or studied as antithetic variates and among other items or the variables of interest. So related distribution: if x has a standard uniform distribution, then by the inverse transformation or inverse transform sampling method, y equal to minus log of x upon lambda has an exponential distribution with parameter lambda. So uniform distribution can be useful in deriving the exponential distribution if you take a transformation y equal to minus log of x upon lambda, where x follows simple uniform or standard uniform distribution. Another related distribution is also giving the beta distribution if x is uniformly distributed over the values 0 and 1, and if you take a transformation y equal to 1 minus x raised to 1 upon n, that is nth root of x, which gives the beta distribution of first kind with parameters 1 and n. So note that this implies that the standard uniform distribution is a special case of beta when we consider beta parameters as 1 1. So we will discuss these things in later slides when we talk about beta distribution. So other related distributions are as shown on your screen, that Irwin Hall distribution is the sum of n independently and identically distributed uniform distributions. The sum of two independent equally distributed uniform distributions yield a symmetric triangular distribution. This triangular distribution has a very interesting application in the field of business organization and the power of management or the different activities of management concerned, and it is also useful in PERT CPM to define the mean and variance of the most likely pessimistic or optimistic time, and most likely timings are given, and such distributions can be helpful in deriving different parameters of interest in management field. So triangular random variables are depicted and can be having a function or probability density function as 2 times x minus a upon b minus a into c minus a if x is between a and c, and 2 times b minus x upon b minus a into b minus a if x is between c and d. Its form, its curve or its graph is shown on the screen, and you can see that it is in a triangular shape, and by that name the distribution carries its name. And distribution function is also shown on your screen. So in statistics, when a p-value is used as a test statistic for a simple null hypothesis and the distribution of the test statistic is continuous, then the test statistic or p-value is uniformly distributed between 0 and 1 if the null hypothesis is true. So in many biological or bio sciences experiments, these design of experiment and ANOVA concepts are very much useful, and in that case, to reject or to accept the hypothesis, we always look for the p-values, and on the basis of p-values one can reject or accept the null hypothesis framed on the basis of the kind of experimentation under consideration. And these p-values are always between 0 and 1. They always refer to as the probability of rejecting null hypothesis when it is true. So sampling from a uniform distribution, there are many applications in which it is useful to run simulation experiments. So in case of uniform distribution is that distribution which is helpful in drawing samples or random samples from different kinds of the distributions which are discussed in this slide. And many programming languages have the ability to generate pseudo random numbers and which are effectively distributed according to the standard uniform distribution. If u is a value sampled from the standard uniform distribution with lower limit a and upper limit as b, then any sample value from univariate distribution with the limits a and b is given by the term a plus b minus a times u, and this follows uniform distribution parameters by a and b as described above. So sampling from an arbitrary distribution, that is inverse transformation of the sampling, the uniform distribution is useful for sampling from arbitrary distributions. A general method is the inverse transformation of the sampling method, which uses the cumulative distribution function approach of the target or variable under consideration. So this method is very useful in theoretical work. Since simulations using this method require inverting the cumulative distribution function of the random variables under consideration, alternative methods have been devised for the cases where the cumulative distribution function is not known in closed form, and one such method is rejection sampling. In case of the normal distribution, we can use uniform distribution to draw the random sample from the normal distribution, and normal distribution is an important example where the inverse transformation method is not efficient. However, there is an exact method known as Box-Muller transformation, which uses this inverse transformation to convert two independent random variables into two independently normally distributed random variables. The triangular distribution is often used in business decision making processes, particularly in simulations. Generally, when no much information is available about the distribution of an outcome, it is possible to use the uniform distribution. But if the most likely outcome is also known, then the outcome can be simulated by a triangular distribution, and few examples are always considered under the case of corporate finances, and more about this is discussed when we talk about the beta distribution. On your screen you can see how the random numbers can generated from the uniform distribution over the range a to b. Now let us discuss about the beta distribution. So in probability theory and statistics, the beta distribution is a family of continuous probability distribution defined on the interval 0 to 1, parameterized by two possible shape parameters, typically denoted by alpha and beta. It is the special case of Dirichlet distribution with only two parameters, and just as the Dirichlet distribution is the conjugate prior of the multinomial distribution and categorical distribution, the beta distribution is the conjugate prior of the binomial and Bernoulli distributions. In Bayesian statistics, it can be seen as the likelihood of the parameter p of a binomial distribution from observing alpha minus 1 independent events with probability p and beta minus 1 with probability 1 minus p. Now you can see the probability density function of beta kind 1 distribution, and it is having the limit values as 0 and 1. 0 is the lower limit 1 is the upper limit, where beta alpha beta is nothing but the parametric values and denoted by gamma alpha gamma beta upon gamma alpha plus beta. Some properties are: mean is alpha upon alpha plus beta, variance is alpha into beta upon alpha plus beta whole square alpha plus beta plus 1. If we derive this, it will require at least 10 to 15 minutes, so we are not going into the detail, and that is why the parametric values of alpha and beta and their properties are shown on this screen. So skewness or the third central moment is also shown. In general, the kth row moment is derived from the moment generating function, which is given by mx of t equal to 1 plus summation over k to infinity into product r from 0 to k minus 1 alpha plus r upon alpha plus beta plus r into t raised to k upon k factorial. So different on the basis of different parametric values, the probability density function and its graph is also seen, and you see that for different parametric values you have different kinds of curves of the probability density function of beta type 1 distribution. So when alpha equal to 1 and beta equal to 1, you have the uniform distribution. Alpha is less than 1, beta is less than 1, its shape is U-shaped, that is you can see in the red line, that is in a U-shape values, or U-shaped line is seen, which is showing the parametric values alpha and beta both are less than 1. When alpha is less than 1, beta greater than 1, or alpha is 1, beta greater than 1, strictly decreasing kind of curve, which is shown by the blue line. And other shapes of the distributions of beta type 1 are shown on your screen. So related distributions, similar case of in case of uniform distribution, we have different kinds of other distributions from the uniform distribution by considering different transformation. So in the same manner, from the beta distribution, one can derive another kind of distributions based on the beta parametric values. So if x has a beta distribution of first kind, then a new variable t, which is defined as x upon 1 minus x, will follow beta distribution of second kind and is also known as the beta prime distribution. The connection with the binomial distribution is mentioned below. The beta 1 1 distribution is identically to the standard uniform distribution, and if x has beta 3 by 2 3 by 2, and if we take another kind of random variable, say r greater than 0 is a real parameter, then y equal to 2 times rx minus r as Wiener semicircle distribution. If x and y are independently distributed as gamma alpha theta and gamma beta theta respectively, then x upon x plus y is distributed as type 1 beta distribution with parameters alpha and beta. So again, from the gamma distribution also one can derive beta type 1 distribution if x and y both are independently gamma variates with parametric values alpha, beta and theta. In the similar fashion, from the gamma distributions, if x and y are two independently distributed as gamma, then x upon y is also a beta variate of second kind, and if x and y are independently distributed beta alpha beta, then Snedeker's F distribution can be derived by considering the 2 beta and 2 alpha as the parametric values of the beta distribution. The beta distribution is a special case of the Dirichlet distribution for any two parameter cases, and if x follows uniform distribution over the range 0 to 1, then x square follows beta type 1 distribution with parametric values as half and 1, which is a special case of the beta distribution called the power function distribution. Now for the connection of beta distribution with binomial distribution, here how the beta distribution is connected to the binomial distribution is shown. Beta ij with integer values of I and j is the distribution of ith order statistic and of the samples of I plus j minus 1 independently random variables, which is uniformly over the values 0 to 1. Then the cumulative probability from 0 to x is the probability that the ith smallest value is less than x, and in other words it is the probability that at least I of the random variables are less than x, a probability given by summing over the binomial distributions with parameters p uh, set to x, and this shows the intimate connection between the beta and binomial distribution. Some of the interesting applications of the beta distribution. So a classic application of the beta distribution is the rule of succession, introduced in the 18th century by Pierre Simon Laplace in the course of treating the sunrise problem. It states that given as successes in n conditionally independent Bernoulli trials with probability p, that p should be estimated as s plus 1 upon n plus 1, and this estimate may be regarded as the expected value of the posterior distribution of p, namely beta s plus 1 n minus s plus 1, which is given by Bayes' rule if one assumes a uniform prior over p, and that is beta 1 1, and then observes that p generates s successes in n trials. In Bayesian statistics also, beta distribution has its applications, and basically binomial or the Bernoulli, because Bernoulli repeatedly or Bernoulli trials are repeated n times, we get binomial distribution, and geometric distributions are also a case of n independent Bernoulli trials, and therefore in Bayesian statistics also beta distribution plays an important